Before you go back, because you know I've got a thing about like things that are shiny, and I noticed your chest, and I don't want you to think I was looking at your chest. But what is that? What is that? It's like he's Superman or something. What is that?
I can tell you. You know, I spent practically my entire music career in Memphis, and I was in the music business down there. And so I had the opportunity to meet a person by the name of Sam Phillips that discovered, I'll get into that just in a second, but he founded Sun Records.
And that's what
it's a legendary label. But the reason I have it on is when he started, gospel music was all that they did. I mean, you know, quartet music and this sort of thing. Then one day there was a little kid that came in and said he wanted to sing, wanted to make a record for his mom because it was her birthday.
Oh.
And so he did, and about 6 months later, the secretary went to Mr. Phillips and said, you know, there was a kid in here the other day, and he said, I can't get his voice out of my mind. And he said, well, what's it sound like? He said, don't sound like anybody I've ever heard. He said, well, get him in here. So Elvis walked in. You know, but Elvis, he just wanted to sing gospel music. He wanted to be in quartets. Like James Blackwood of the Blackwood Brothers Quartet, that you all know, said, you know, so he came to us and said he'd like to join our quartet. And we said, well, Elvis, okay. And he said, you know, so the guy could sing, but said he'd want to sing bass a while and then sing tenor, sing soprano, and said he was just all over the scale.
Wow.
Said we couldn't hire him. And so the same thing with the Statesman Quartet. They said he came to see if he could join their group. Same thing there. But as we break it all down here, obviously no one would hire Elvis. And so he, the only Grammy that he ever won was the gospel album, which was How Great Thou Art.
Wow.
So anyway, that's just a little story, and it all started here, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I just put.
Well, it looks good on you. You look it. And that was a good story. But I know actually that you've even been in music since you were like 2 or something. You've had a lot of albums, and when you started, you were, how old were you when you got your albums and all the things that you did?
I was 23.
23.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going to school here.
Yeah. Did a lot of groups kick you out like Elvis did?
No.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Okay.
You gotta go. Okay.
Here's one that we all know. Let's see here. Okay.
tomorrow is far away, and